Wow, there has been a lot that went on in the past 2 weeks. It is a 2 week recap because I went to Flyleaf and I have my Flyleaf shirt on right now. And we missed a lot. So y'all need to buckle up because we gotta break down these past 2 weeks and catch up because it has been wild. It's been a lot. Really has. Hello, welcome back to Breakdowns and Bows. How are we feeling out there? Make sure that you guys are liking, sharing, subscribing, and following all my social medias. Man, social media has also popped up. Like when I'm saying there's a lot going on these past 2 weeks, I really say like there's been a lot going on, like festival wise, show wise, releases, tours, but also social media as well. Social media has just gone absolutely wild with everything that's been going on in the scene. So yeah, if you guys want to know what's going on in the rock alternative, punk, grunge, alternative, our entire metalcore, baddiecore scene, uh, we're here for y'all. So if you all have been wondering why I've been MIA, it's because I have been to 3 concerts in less than a week. Like, I'm not even joking with you. It was like a club and another club and another club, and it was just a lot. So I went to Underoath first last Wednesday. And then I went out of town and I flew over to Dallas to go see Flyleaf, and that was Friday. Then when I came back Sunday, I still had a concert Wednesday night, which was the Camp Screamo tour with the Story of the Year and Silverstein. So Underoath sold out. All the shows were basically sold out. It was a 3 for, and it was a 3 sold out shows, so it was pretty crazy. So Underoath was good. It was sold out, it was packed, it was hot, it was sweaty, it was gross in there. The concert etiquette could have been better, but I think what was a downer for me was the fact that they were like, oh, we're not going to play a lot of songs because we're saving everything for their anniversary tour, which I was kind of like, you can't even just give us one. And that was a lot of crowd sentiment, was that they did not like that they did not play some of the hits because they were saving them for the other tour. And I was like, why would they do that, first of all? Because yeah, like they Under Oath does have 2 different tours. They have like the Van to Vans Warp Tour, tour that they're doing, which they came to El Paso for, and then they have their other tour, which is a 20th year anniversary tour. So basically, it's like if you're only able to go to one, then you're not going to get like the full set list that you want. Then if you go to the other, then you are. But then also you might have to travel. It might not be as convenient for you. Then I went to Flyleaf, and oh my god, the crowd. I knew it was sold out, but to see 5,000 people in a line, I was like, dang. Because so they went and they were giving us bracelets, they were checking everybody in. It was a really smooth process, really great. Shout out to Southside Ballroom in Dallas, Texas, because you guys were amazing. When they were talking to us while we were, getting checked and everything like that, they said originally it was 4,000 people. But since they sold out and everything, they realized, well, we could fit in 1,000 more people. They sold it 1,000 more. So apparently, allegedly, according to them, they capped it at 4,000, realized the demand, bumped it up to 5,000. Man, that line was insane. The crowd was insane. Like, I got barricade somehow, and I've been very lucky about barricade because I've seen Lacey solo tour back in 2017, and I got barricade for that. I got barricade again for Flyleaf, and oh my god, getting barricade for your favorite artist is a whole other experience in its own. But when I turned around and I saw the crowd, it was like insane how freaking packed it was. Great show. Loved it. Loved Flyleaf. She's amazing. She's killer on stage. A killer, absolutely killer on stage. And then like I said, then I went to Camp Screamo. Also sold out. So this one was another sold out like Flyleaf, where they sold it out. Right, it was outdoors at the bigger stage, outdoors, sold it out, and then the day of, they released a small quantity of tickets. I think they oversold it, in my personal opinion. I don't know why they did that. Like, it was already sold out. They released more tickets for some unknown reason. It was packed. It was 100 degrees outside. It was hot. It was sweaty. It was oversold. There's so many people. It was absolutely crazy in there. But the story of the year was okay, not bad. Silverstein killed it. Like 10 out of 10 from them. They really leaned into like the whole camp theme, their visual.
Don't. Because this summer, the legend of terror isn't just a campfire story anymore.
They say he smashed his way through the bunk room door, just a mass of flames. Burned alive, he cried out, "I will return! I will have my revenge!"
That's a good job, said Smokey the Bear. But it takes more than one junior forest ranger when so many people are careless. Be sure you're never responsible for this terrible destruction. So remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
It was really good. Their transitions was good. The set list was good. Everything was great. So I'm back now. I'm done with my concert tour. Just kidding. We have a bunch more in August that I'm going to. I'm really excited about the concerts coming up in August. Can't wait for those. I think that those are also going to be very packed and very overcrowded and insane. Like, just thinking in my head about how these past shows were sold out and crazy. I'm just thinking about how more sold out and crazy these will be. Even though they're free shows, I still feel like they're still going to get pretty wild and crazy. So let's talk about some tea. So like I said, Inkcarceration Fest got rained out. We had already talked about that. But the set times for Saturday was crazy because, they only had the Yard stage, which got Poppy, The Used, and Bad Omens. But then on the Redemption stage, they got Sleeping with Sirens and Gojira. And I'm really sad for who did not get to play because Mother Nature has been coming for all of us. Like, seeing the shortened set list for that day that it got rained out on, it just feels like Rockville all over again and that trauma that we have from there. But Poppy and Bad Omens reunion, it healed us though. So even though it was rained out and even though it was really sad over that, we still got a reunion that we needed. But all jokes aside, Inkcarceration Fest was amazing, and it still went on as planned because Noah from Bad Omens was saying during Dethrones that it was a $10,000 song, saying that they were going to be fined for going over time. But then the festival responded and they said that there was no fine and that it's all just a joke from an amazing performer. So they did clarify that, which I did really appreciate. Inkcarceration Fest letting the joke die because everybody was like freaking out. Everybody's like, oh my god, Bad Omens got, fined. It rained out. They didn't even know if they were going to play. And then they got to play. And then they're being fined $10,000 for going over their set time. And a lot of concerts and festivals, they have curfews and they have times that they're not allowed to play. I forgot the reason behind it, but they have to have a curfew. Like, they can't be playing shows past, I believe, like 11 o'clock. But it was all a good time. Now, the next festival that had some wild times was Warped Tour Long Beach. It was a vibe. First of all the bands playing were sick. Thank you so much to Amazon Prime for putting that on for us because wow, We Came as Romans. Ugh, I wish that I was there. Like, seeing We Came as Romans set really made me have FOMO. I wish I was there. I was jealous. I was so upset because they were just playing bangers after bangers. Like, every single time they're like, the next song's coming. I was like, yes, good song. I love it. Like, they started off with Bad Luck, and I was like, oh my god, you're really gonna start off with Bad Luck? Like, you were just going for the jugular, right? Going for the jugular, and then they just kept going, man. They did Where Did You Go? They did Dark Bloom. They did Black Hole. I mean, Daggers. I mean, wow. It was just like they were just going one by one. They even did Culture Wound, No Rest for the Dreamer, and I was like, oh my god, those are all my favorite songs off the album. So yeah, set list fire, love it, so happy. Imaginary mosh pit in my living room because I was just so pumped with We Came as Romans. So I definitely wish I was at Warped Tour, and I'm sad that I was not in Long Beach, even though it looked way too packed there. I was like, oh my god, that looks insane. But to where the crazy part of it was that Andy from Blackfoot Brides really stole the entire show. Like, you would think that like the band's performances would steal the show, but no, it was Andy from Black Veil Brides, because he was doing these unhinged interviews that was giving Brian stars. It was giving like back in the day kind of interviews. He was just going in for the jugular, roasting every single band. I mean, he's friends with all these bands, and also one of them's going to be opening up for him soon. So he just went in on all of his friends, and it was hilarious. It's like, where do you even start with how funny this entire thing was? He went in on Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens, asking about his hair, his voice not being as relevant. There was just nothing off limits there. Then he called Holy Wars Hockey Wars, and even made a comment about who their lead singer looks like. Then he brought up trauma to Matt from First to Last. And then he really went in on poor Andy from Crown the Empire, asking him about eating feet or eating poop. And then he said, "Is this why your entire band left you?" And at that moment, I lost it. When he asked Andy from Crown the Empire, "Is that why your entire band left you?" I was deceased. Deceased on the floor, laughing, saying he did not need to go there at all. But the only thing that I did not like is Katie Babs and Lily Starr's interview. It made me cringe and uncomfortable. That's where I was like, is this all a bit or what's going? I think that was my issue. Like, Andy was one thing. I was like, what the heck is happening? Especially when he was roasting Papa Roach and wearing the makeup. But then their interview, I was like, what is happening? You know what I mean? It was hard to tell where the acting was coming from and what was serious. It was the best thing ever, and the internet still has not recovered from it at all. Like, I keep seeing clips everywhere. Now, another thing about Warped Tour was Silverstein said that they were joined by Rory Rodriguez from Dayseeker for their collab Drain the Blood, which is my favorite freaking song ever. When Silverstein played it Wednesday, I was like, oh yes, I love that song. Rory had posted on social media that he almost ate shit as he almost fell off stage, and I wish I was there for that moment, because he literally was like on stage singing and then he fell backwards, and I love how he's comical about it. Last thing from Warped Tour was yet again Sleeping with Sirens for 2 years back to back mismanaged their set and got cut off. Again, this is not a one-time thing for them. They have had issues for years now. I would assume that they would figure out how to get their set list together, but they did not. So If You Cannot Hang is their most popular song besides If I'm James Dean, and it was cut off by Warped Tour, which was sticking to its time limits for each band. So what's your guys' opinion on this? Is Sleeping with Sirens needing to cut some songs out and doing better? Because again, this is not a one-time thing. It's an often thing where they get cut off when they're playing If You Cannot Hang. This happened to me when I watched them when we were younger, and I was so devastated and upset over the situation. So I don't know what's going on with them. They need to figure it out. Now, for some fun drama, this is Avenged Sevenfold music drama, and I'm not putting this in new music because to me it's drama. So the internet is up in pitchforks over this situation, and the band has been playing shows allegedly behind bars or behind a screen to avoid flying tomatoes. So what's the issue? What's going on? What am I talking about? So they released like an EP album without any promotion, without anybody knowing. Like, the only reason why people found it is because they found it on Spotify, and people were like, what is this? This is not Avenged Sevenfold. This song is way too electronic. It's missing guitars. It's not their original sound. Even though I know that they released something before this, and it was kind of going in that direction if you did listen to that. However, people are just very upset and asking what happened. Where is the OG Avenged Sevenfold? But the band is not backing down on what they did, even though, like I said, they're playing shows, but they're playing shows not as Avenged Sevenfold. They're playing shows as Statica, and then having Avenged Sevenfold separate. But the band still, even though they're doing all of this, and it's like they're making it separate, they still put out a music video for Statica, not backing down, doubling down on the sound and doubling down on what they're doing. And fans are still really confused over it because they're like, what is going on? What is this sound? What is this new era? What are we getting out of this? You know what I mean? Because this is not the Avenged Sevenfold that everybody grew up loving. You know what I mean? So for me personally, I do miss the OG Avenged Sevenfold, and I know it's not a favorable comment because I like to say bands should shift and change, and they should experiment, they should do whatever they want. But this, for me personally, is just like a taste issue where I'm like, I don't get it, and they're just like out here doing something, honestly. Next, a shitty situation at a Devil's Skin show where somebody literally pooped in the pit and left fans vomiting, running, screaming, traumatized. It happened in New Zealand. When I saw this, I was like, that is disgusting. There have been some stuff happening in some pits lately that you just are like a little questionable. Moving on, congratulations to Ricky from Motionless in White, who got engaged to his girlfriend Alex. Another congratulations to Korn's Jonathan Davis, who got married on July 24th. And Loudwire gave us some tea on the food menu, which I thought was hilarious that they were talking about the food menu out of everything in the world. They said the food menu next level cocktail hour, parmesan wheels overflow with freshly prepared Kaski Pepe. They had hors d'oeuvres, they had blossom pizzas, mushrooms, savory tomatoes. It's just like a lot of fancy, fancy food and a ton of desserts. I just thought it was hilarious, like I said, that Loudwire was like super focused on the food. But lastly, from Tea of the Week, Poppy is glowing in photos from her Constantly Nowhere tour, just breathtaking from her. But in good news for women, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is honoring Poppy and their Women in Metal exhibit with saying, "You will know my name." She has her doll from her tour on display, and I love to see this. Huge congratulations to Poppy. I hope to see more women get into that Hall of Fame introduction. Tours. Free show from Boundaries with Orthodex in Hartford, Connecticut on August 14th. They are asking for donations of school supplies. This is wholesome. We love wholesome stuff. Another free show happened this past Tuesday, July 24th in Brooklyn, New York from Knocked Loose with Denzel Curry. Is that a skate park? It looked sick, but the crowd didn't really look like they were enjoying it, which I thought was bizarre. Imminence is doing a US tour, but I know that you already know about their US tour, but they also announced a European 2027 tour with support from August Burns Red and House of Protection. It's January to February with lots and lots of dates. So if you're from Europe and you're sad that they're doing a US tour, don't worry, though. You will take care of you in 2027. You can go ahead and get your tickets out now. Dead Poet Society and Honey Revenge are going on tour together with support from Honey and Broadside starting in October. Sleep Theory is going to Australia in 2027 with Rivals. I'm so happy for them to make the trip down under. I better get some koala pics. I feel like that's just like a tradition to do the koala pics. Hopefully they'll get it. Warped Tour has already announced that they'll be back in 2027 Long Beach, and they are selling tickets for next year's festival, and it's a 2-day festival. Music. There are 2 new songs from Imminence that you guys either missed or that I'm missing telling you guys about. We are actually really grateful for this because it was a surprise. So they had a released False Light, which was heavy, which was great. Then when they did an announcement, they released Crescent Fall, and Crescent Fall is my personal favorite thus far released. I do like the other 2 songs, but I really like Crescent Fall because it's soft, it's beautiful, and I love the lyrics in it too. I really like the line where it goes, "Did I let you down?" I love the violin. I just love how soft it is, and then they have like this little like piano moment at the end. Ugh, it's beautiful. It's amazing. So go listen to both songs coming out from Imminence. They are just killing it right now. Afterlife released their song Empty, and it delivered on the emotions. You push and you pull me, you make me feel empty. The song has been on repeat for the last full 9 days that it's been out. I'm so excited for more from this band. They are back and better than ever. You might hate me for repeating this weeks leading up to the release, but they are amazing and I love everything that they're doing. New music for President, Dark Heaven. Watch the music video. The visuals are amazing. They open up with a message out to their fans, which was exclusively done in Los Angeles, and it's just one big reaction to their new song. So do go listen to the new President song. New music from Revnoir, another song that starts off with some rap. This is a French band that gives you a lot of genres in one song. I do recommend it. Beartooth has a new song out now. Closed Eyes. You do feel the freedom within Caleb. And this is a personally heavy song when you first listen to it, but then the clean vocals with the heavy instruments, my personal favorite. Like, I love when instrumentals are super, super heavy, but then the vocals are just so clean and they're so soft and they're so beautiful. And so you're just getting like this contrast of heavy with the softness. The chorus is great. Go listen to everything that they have released thus far. It's good. Trust me, the guitar riffs are so prevalent throughout, and I love it. The breakdown is so good, and the breakdowns for the next few songs is going to be where it's at. The breakdowns these past 2 weeks is where it is at. And its ending is also very beautiful and gives such a moment. Windwaker's, not Walker's, Windwaker's new song, Closer. This song right here, I'm obsessed with the soft opening, the vibe that it gives off. It's a feel-good song. The lyrics hit home. We get a breakdown in this song, and I'm like, holy cow, give it to me. The breakdowns this time are hitting. Go listen to it, please. Now, Chiodos, they've announced a massive tour. The tickets here in El Paso also sold out, and they have a new song called Tap That. The guitar moment at the beginning was fire. Again, everyone's killing it these past 2 weeks. They have a killer breakdown. I love this song. Please go listen to it because it is that freaking good. And the comment section is saying post-hardcore is making a comeback. Such good songs. Kingdom of Giants, The Edge of a Dream is giving ethereal and dancing and heavy all in one. When the streams come in, they come in. Please go listen to it because, again, another killer breakdown. Secrets, Where the Light Doesn't Reach, man. Where whatever they're putting into this album, just wow. Every song really gets better, better, and better. It's not all the same. It's all different. It's all fresh with heavier release this time, and it still was a beautiful song. I love everything right now from this band. It's definitely a recommendation to listen to everything that Secrets is releasing. Miss Maya was teasing a song called Hands on Me Halo, and they gave a pre-release tease out to everybody, but then now the song is out for everybody to listen to and enjoy. So if you did get to listen to the pre-release, what did you guys think about that? How was that experience for you? Northlane is teasing new music, Ammonia, and the comment section is just excited as me. New albums. Imminence is going to be releasing a new album called Axis Monday, which is really exciting to see them releasing a new album because the Black was such an era for them. But now they're moving on to this new era. It will be set to release on October 2nd. Like I said, they are now signed to Sumerian Records. Afterlife is also going to be releasing their third album, The Pain That Shapes Us, on November 6th. They also gave away the track list, and you all know I have mixed feelings about that. Windwakers will be releasing a new album on October 23rd called Smile, You're on Camera. Future Palace released their fourth album, Resurgence. The full album is available for you to listen to. I love this album. I love the artwork. I love the message behind it. I love the theme. I think that some of the songs just work out very well because it's such a themed album, and they're my favorite German band, and I really do like everything that Maria has done with her voice and what the direction of the band. Holding Absence is having the release parties, and I wish I was there. It looks like a ball. I'm very envious of it all. Roxanne did sit down with their lead vocalist, Lucas Wooden, who said the following about their album. Life has changed, but humanity hasn't. Beauty and unity, those are the exact same. It's just how we have a barrier between us and it. And if you feel alone, it's because you can't smell the roses. After all, they're on a screen. But I want this to be a reminder of how important it is to break away, to embrace humanity in every form. I'm so jealous to everybody that got to go to these release parties because they looked sick as heck. Now, my last thing is going to be a weird topic, but not a weird topic. It just doesn't really fit the normal standard format. You guys gotta go watch bands' vlogs. It's the best thing ever. I love that they're giving us these behind the scenes and everything. Lana Shore has some, Knocked Loose, Ricky Olsen does, Vinny, and Windwalkers. Not all of them are tour vlogs. A lot of them are personal, but I still think that you guys should go out and support them because it does give you really good like fan insight and everything like that. Well, that's it for this week. I cannot wait to see what August brings. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I hope to see you guys next week. Goodbye and have a good one.